Good morning. It is now 7:30 on your Tuesday, and thank you for joining us for Breakfast with Bridgett. I'm your host, Bridgett Ellison, here on News 6 Plus and clickorlando.com. This morning, we're talking about some top headlines, some weather and traffic, and we're also talking about the season of giving back, and we will speak with a local franchise urban area. You've maybe been there for some parties, maybe gone to, have some fun, and it's fun for all ages, but they are also doing things to give back to the community this time of year. So we'll talk about their Air of Kindness Day and all the other ways that they are helping the community, and also, a big employer in the area as well. So we'll get to that in a little bit, as well as some other charity uh, ideas that you can put down for your list of ways to give back. But first, though, let's head over to the Pinpoint Weather Center. Chief Meteorologist Candace Campos is there, and we've been talking about some cooler air on the way. And, I joked about the socks and the sandals because it doesn't take much for us to get excited.
It really does. And my favorite thing is when we go to pick up the kids from school, I can be in like sweats and a sweatshirt. Those are the things I look forward to. It's
And
like
not
going
sweat.
and not sweat, right? Sweatpants, but take out the sweat, right? I mean, at the end of the day, it's going to be a chilly, chilly end to the week, even into the weekend. So if you haven't been really feeling that festive spirit, no matter what holiday you're decorating for, whether it's Thanksgiving, you're prepping for dinner next week, or you just can't wait any longer and you just got to put that Christmas tree up or put the lights up on the house. I wouldn't do it tomorrow, but certainly as we head into the end of the week and into the weekend, the weather is just going to guilt you into spending time outside, or at least cracking open the windows and enjoying the day. So finally, after a very busy, active hurricane season, I can finally sit back and enjoy telling you about some good weather. Now, with that being said, tropical moisture is also going to be adding into the mix of all of this. Let me explain why. So for today, this weather change is not going to impact your day today. So it's going to be warm. It's going to be dry, still a bit on the cloudy side like we dealt with yesterday. But then the real changes start very, very early tomorrow morning before daybreak. So if you are heading out the door between about 5 a.m. and about 10 a.m., you're going to be dealing with some sort of rain in the forecast for your Wednesday morning. That's all thanks to a cold front that will be coming through. Now, this cold front is not going to be just a little ribbon of moisture that sometimes we tend to see with these fronts. This one's going to be packing a little bit more of a punch on the front end of it because it's going to be tapping into tropical moisture. So how do we get an Arctic air bringing in tropical moisture? Well, I'll explain that in just a second. Once that front clears, though, we are talking about temperatures dropping where our highs will be staying in the 60s. Our lows will be getting down into the 40s. So as you get results here with your hour-by-hour forecast today, we're at 84 for your high this afternoon, still running well above average. Our average for this time of the year is about 78. Later on tonight, that's not the cool air just yet. We're still running about 10 degrees above average. Our average low for the overnight should be down into the mid-50s. For tonight, we're going to be back into those mid to upper 60s, and that's because all the heat and humidity will be building up ahead of that front. So let me show you how Arctic air and tropical weather will combine. So we have this Arctic cold front that is going to be bringing air that was all the way up from the north. But notice what's right there on the bottom of your screen that's going to develop in the next couple of frames. It's kind of an area of low pressure, that all of that cloud cover, you see it there coming in from the Gulf of Mexico. That is actually remnants of what was Tropical Storm Sarah. Now, this system is not going to organize itself by any means. It doesn't have the availability or the opportunity and the factors to do anything tropical. But what it will do is all that moisture's got to go somewhere, and it's going to arrive into Central Florida by tomorrow morning. So this is our clouds and rain forecast. You can see the big billow of tropical rain that will be inching its way a bit closer for your Tuesday. Again, we're staying dry, but the rain starts to spread into Central Florida as early as about tonight, late tonight, early tomorrow morning. You can see a good dose of rain. Most of it should clear out by tomorrow afternoon. Maybe our far southern zones might have a few more lingering showers late into the afternoon, but then those skies will clear, the winds will veer out of the north, and we will notice those big changes as you wake up Thursday morning. So rain chances, again, for Wednesday will be elevated at 60 to 70%. But then not only will it be chilly come Thursday morning, chilly Friday morning, but even as late as Saturday morning, we could be waking up down into those 40s pretty much area wide. That does include our coastal communities, our southern zones, down to 46 in Melbourne, 44 degrees in Kissimmee again Saturday morning. And that real chilly weather continues even into Sunday, Monday morning. And then by early next week for your
Wow.
Thanksgiving week, we will finally start to moderate back, but still staying below average. So certainly a beautiful forecast is in store as we head into Saturday and Sunday. So make sure you get out there, you enjoy it, because it's really going to be a nice stretch. Make sure tell your kids, Bridgett, that they know where their sweaters are. Make sure they know where their rain gear is, because they'll need the rain gear tomorrow as they head to school, and they'll need a couple sweaters potentially, maybe layering up as they head to school Thursday, Friday.
That's exciting. It really
Right?
feels like the Thanksgiving holidays on the way. So,
Yeah. And
will
I
it
think
kind of continue into next week though? You're
it looks
saying?
like looking ahead into like possibly Thursday, Friday of next week, we'll be moderating back into those upper 70s, low 80s. So kind of like what we've dealt with over the weekend,
Hmm.
comfortably warm.
Hmm.
That's what our Thanksgiving is looking like. So maybe dinner outside might be an option.
Really nice. All right.
Yes.
No complaints here.
Neither here.
All right. Thanks, Candace.
You're welcome.
All right. We'll see you in a little bit. And want to go check in with Trooper Steve. He is out rolling around in results one. Let's see what he is up to. Good morning. Oh, I don't hear you. We see you. See you. It's up. We see you. There.
Can you hear me
Yes. Gotcha. Yeah.
now? That was on me. That's my fault.
Well, I mean, you are a little
So,
busy there.
yeah, right? So I got to make sure everything's good before we hit the road. Things nice and clear today, surprisingly. And it's so, Bridgett, it's gorgeous outside.
Oh, I can see. I can tell. I didn't
Oh,
have
I
time to
can't
go out before the stream, but I will be going.
put the shades on, just relax today. Roadways, surprisingly, on what's today? Tuesday, not doing
Yes.
too bad out there. We can jump straight to that. Your drive time's about average, about 38 minutes, Champions Gate to 408, and this is settling in a little later than what we normally to see. So the crash that was out there wasn't blocking any lanes, and they've cleared that out. So, look at the brighter side. So once you clear 429, you're good to go. 535 delay, not bad. But before that, if you live out there, it's kind of part of signing your mortgage that you agree to have that mess. Pleasant Hill, super backed up past Windmill Point as you make your way towards 1792. And then this is what's confusing to me. The Florida Turnpike this morning looking great with no major problems. As you're headed northbound through Kissimmee, we're just seeing some slight delays out there along US 192. I'm okay with that if you're okay with that. So the turnpike's moving good. DOT cam in downtown Orlando, a little hazy. Maybe we get them out there to clean that. But traffic moving the way it should be this morning. And then over 417 and the Lake Jessup area as you cross your way into Seminole County, things are in the clear. Beautiful ride out there this morning. You just got to enjoy it. Like Candace said, Bridgett, we just got to prepare for tomorrow. It's going to be a little bit of a stormy day. And then we're good to go.
Yeah, it looks so beautiful. I can't wait for that. I know you were super excited too. I'm sure the dogs will love it.
Oh, yeah. I saw those low 40s. I was like, yes, it is going to be epic out there. And that's my way of segueing into what I'm doing today.
Yeah, what's up?
I'll be out at Epic Universe again. 6 weeks. We are expecting some openings out in that area. So our theme park expert, Haley Coombs, is going to be joining me again in Results 1. And possibly we're trying to wake up Justin Warmoth a little early to see him get out in the vehicle with us. So just to go explore and see some of the changes that are coming, because we're going to be ramping up coverage, not only on the obvious excitement of it, but
Right.
the new mode of transportation in that
Yeah.
area.
Yeah.
New roundabouts, new traffic signals, things like that. And we want people to be ready for it.
So just out of curiosity, and if you've already covered this, forgive me, but will people be parking directly there, or will they park over at like the original Universal parking that can ride shuttles, or do you know?
That is an amazing question that I'm going to remember to ask Haley. I do know that there will be a bus shuttle service, and that is part of the reason that they're doing the new infrastructure out there so that it doesn't impede on civilian traffic and entertainment traffic.
Right.
Because people need to remember the parks are in completely two different locations.
Right.
And you have to travel to get there. So I believe that it's probably likely that Epic Universe will have its own parking lot. But that's a great one. I'm going to ask Haley. But for sure, I do know that they're going to have some type of shuttle service. I'm not sure if it's going to be a bus or if it's going to be a shuttle.
Yeah. I'm just curious because, like you said, it's already so congested. Then you throw in another park right in that area where a lot of people get turned around in there anyway. I've gotten turned around and ended up at Lockheed Martin, and they just show you right on out.
Yes.
So I could just imagine.
They're like, ma'am, you've made a wrong turn, and we're going to need you to turn around.
Yeah, I wasn't the only one, though. This is that's just one of those areas where it's so easy to get mixed up with some of those ramps around there.
Well, I don't think most people realize, like, our entertainment district is not just iDrive. It actually now encompasses Universal Studios. So they're going to have to... I do think Universal is doing a really good proactive job at trying to support roadways. We don't always see that, usually they're just like, we're going to build, and at least we're getting some lanes and some extra highways from it, and we'll check that out today at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, it'll just be interesting to see how that corridor, it could become almost like this, the new iDrive, or there's like the parallels with iDrive, which is more and more
you do have a point because there's a lot of land still available over at like Destination Parkway off of Universal Boulevard, north of Rosen, Shingle Creek. So who knows what's going to get built out in that area.
Yeah, it's exploding. All right, well, thanks, Steve. I'll let you get your sun out of your eyes. We'll see you at 10 out there.
I'll see you at 10 o'clock.
All right. Okay, thanks.
Bye.
So I want to get a check on some of these big stories this morning. One of them is in Volusia County, where Mark Lehman will explain for us how Hurricane Milton brought widespread flooding out in parts of Central Florida. Of course, Volusia County was really hard hit. And if you live out there or have family and friends out there, you know this firsthand. And so they're blaming some of that flooding, though, on the development and how that has shifted around where water is going. So County Chairman Jeff Brower says that he plans to introduce his plan for a construction moratorium at the council meeting tonight. And so here's Mark with more on what's going on there in Volusia.
With flooding problems across Volusia County, especially after Hurricane Milton, there are calls for a change.
As much as I love commercial development, we need jobs, but we can't do it if it's going to flood out neighborhoods.
Council Chairman Jeff Brower is among the growing number of residents blaming new construction for sending stormwater into neighborhoods. That's why he's calling for a moratorium on residential development.
We've all said this has never been this bad, so it's getting worse.
Elena Kraft lives in Ormond Beach and supports the idea. This is what her street looked like last month and believes a new housing development made things worse.
We are already, at risk for flooding. Maybe the way that we're developing is playing a major role.
For the moratorium to move forward, the Volusia County Council will have to come to an agreement.
At the end of the day, this would affect all of our blue-collar workers, our labor force.
Councilman Danny Robbins says there are economic factors to consider and wants to hear further details before making a decision that could have lasting implications.
We got to really get down to the basis of what the proposal is to be able to accurately analyze any of this and weigh the pros and the cons.
And so, of course, News 6 will keep you posted on what happens in that meeting tonight. Of course, this is a topic that comes up a lot across Central Florida, so we'll be following that one. And now to some holiday fun. If you are one of those who loves getting those holiday cards from your family and friends, or maybe you like making them, of course, you know that it can really add up. So this morning, my co-anchor and insider guide, Crystal Moyer, has more about how you can get these holiday cards from some popular services and not break the bank. So Consumer Reports and Crystal have the details on that.
Bridgett Adams loves receiving those personalized holiday cards filled with cute family photos, but making and sending them was just so time-consuming.
It would take me about I think, about 4 or 5 hours to do my own.
Switching to an online card service helped Bridget save time by streamlining the process.
You select a template, add photos and a message, pick the quantity you want, and pay.
But with so many companies, how do you know which one is right for you? Consumer Reports ordered cards from 10 brands and evaluated features like photo and paper quality, ease of ordering, customization options, and pricing. The pick for best high-end cards, Shutterfly's Tiny Prints.
They're pricey, but their paper and photo quality were unmatched. The company will even address and mail your cards out for an additional fee.
The best mid-priced pick, Nation's Photo Lab, offers fewer options for customizing cards but delivers beautiful photo quality. Another option that won't break the bank, Artifact Uprising, which has good photo and paper quality for the price and can address your envelopes for an additional charge. If you're looking for a quick and easy card on 100% recycled paper, Postable offers a diverse list of holiday categories and will address and mail your cards for no extra charge beyond postage. But its photo quality fell to the middle of the pack. If you tend to wait until the last minute to order your cards, Staples offers reasonable pricing with some that can be picked up the same day. However, Consumer Reports experts say the photo quality isn't as good as most other cards.
You know what? I love some CVS photo, but that's just my opinion. But anyway, if you want to take a closer look at that, if you didn't catch all those tips and tricks and stores, you can go sign up to be an insider on clickorlando.com/insider. You can always check out these Consumer Reports, stories, and reviews. Great information there. And it is very easy to be an insider, and it's free. So you have access to these exclusive stories as well as contests that come up. And so, you know, right now we're giving away some tickets to Daytona 500. So that's up for grabs. And, you know, we're always giving away tickets to different things like ICE at Gaylord Palms, the Trans-Siberian Orchestra. So sign up to be an insider. It's just free, and there's just so many goodies up there, and you'd be surprised at your chance to win. It's pretty good compared to most things. So check it out, clickorlando.com/insider. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back to find out more about the Air of Kindness Day with Urban Air. Welcome back. You know, it is the season of giving. We've been talking about the Salvation Army Angel Tree. We've been talking about the turkey drives and all kinds of things that are happening in the community in ways you can give back. And this morning we have Stephanie Hansen, who is the area manager for Urban Air, with us to talk about Air of Kindness Day. Good morning, Stephanie.
Good morning.
Which location are you in this morning of the Urban Airs around town?
I am currently in our Daytona Beach location.
Awesome, awesome. So it looks like you're by yourself there for right now, but are you opening up today?
Yes, we will open at 4 p.m. today till 8 p.m.
Awesome. And so Urban Air of Kindness Day, what's the history of Air of Kindness Day or Urban Air of Kindness Day?
So this will be our first year doing it. We really wanted to be able to do something great for the holidays, give back to our community. Um, we've been here for just a little bit over a year, so really looking at different ways to show the community our support and to be giving back to the community. So this is our first year of it, so we're super excited about it.
And so how does that work?
So basically, we are going to be open like normal on Saturday, but 20% of the proceeds of the ticket sales are going to be given directly to the Children's Home Society. So, which is an organization that works to end the need of foster care the way that we know it right now. So we will be having different influencers, some games, activities, prizes, face painters, different activities for the kids to come and enjoy it. And then just us to be able to show families some fun for a day.
And that's this Saturday. What are your hours there?
Saturday we will be open from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. The Irby's Air of Kindness will be from 12 to 5 p.m. We'll also be collecting unperishable items for giving to the community, and then those activities will go on throughout the afternoon.
Okay. And so now, is this something that's happening at Urban Airs everywhere or just the Daytona location, or what should we know?
This is just happening at our local Daytona Beach location. I'm not sure if other areas will be doing some kind of activities, but this one's just centers around us here locally.
Awesome. And there are also other opportunities. I mean, this is wonderful happening Saturday, benefiting the Children's Home Society. But like you and I spoke earlier, there are other ways that Urban Air can partner with the community to help get results.
Yes, we doesn't matter what time of year, we do spirit nights for schools and nonprofit organizations where they can advertise that they're hosting an event at our park, and they can come in, the families and friends of this organization can purchase tickets, and they receive 20% of the proceeds for that night. We also do a lot of programs with the schools, giving free passes for good attendance or good behavior. Sometimes they'll use them for testings. We will support book fairs, lots of different items that we do. And it's not just for the schools, but sports teams locally, foundations and organizations. We've worked with the Halifax team. So really anything that supports our community, especially the young people of the community.
That's amazing. And you're also able to provide employment. A lot of times, some of your employees, it's like their first job and they get some work experience.
Yes, a lot of our students, our staff, are students ages 14 to 17, and they come in and they take care of the park and have fun, and it helps with that. We participate in on-the-job trainings for the school so that they can provide credit for their education and really try to help them grow into great employees.
And so I see a lot of things going on there. How does how does it work when you come out to Urban Air? Because it looks like there's a lot. Maybe you can't get to all of it in one visit. I don't know.
Oh, you definitely can get to it in all in one visit.
Okay.
Once you bring your kids, they don't want to leave. So, when you arrive, you're going to do your waiver and you'll pick the package that you choose. So we do have different packages, so you don't have to do everything if you don't want to. Once you pick your package, you'll receive wristbands and Urban Air socks, and then you come into the park and you spend the day having fun. We are an all-day package, so it's not just for 2 hours. You get to play all day. But based off of what package you choose, you can utilize the attractions that's with that package.
That's awesome. That looks like so much fun. And that is wonderful that you're able to provide those opportunities for fundraising as well. And so this Saturday from 12 to 5, you'll be donating 20% to Children's Home Society.
Yes.
Awesome. And you said you can bring in non-perishables and toys. Is that anytime or just Saturday, or when can we do that?
We'll have the bins around. I believe we're primarily collecting Saturday, but if there's people that would like to donate sooner, we would love for them to bring it in, and we'll make sure it gets to the right people.
Awesome. Stephanie, thank you so much for the great information and all you do there at Urban Air in Daytona. Have a great day.
You're very welcome.
All righty, and speaking of giving back, want to remind you we're running out of time with the turkey drive, but you still have time to help make Thanksgiving brighter for the families of the Boys and Girls Clubs of Central Florida. Scan the QR code and make a contribution to help provide Thanksgiving to those families at Boys and Girls Club. This is part of the Black Men Sundays podcast fundraiser, and we want to do 50 families. I'm really believing that it'll be more than that. So get involved if you can. Check it out. Corey is taking donations through tomorrow. And again, you can find the link as well on clickorlando.com or scan that QR code. That's going to do it for us this morning. I'll see you a little bit later at noon for more news and weather updates, and hope you have a great day.